Welcome back, casual cooks. Today, Christmas came early. Why? Because you're looking at the old rock box, the old Gozney rock box. I've been cooking on this for about the past 7 years. And let me tell you, there's a lot of great pizzas and good memories affiliated with this, but it's time for a little upgrade. This is the Gozney Dome Gen 2. So today we're going to be unboxing all the different parts, assembling, and then later on another episode conducting a review. So come along with me while we unbox the Gozney Dome Gen 2. The day is finally here. I've waited about 6 to 8 weeks just to get these Gozney Domes. This is pretty much a brand new product from Gozney, and I have to say that I ordered it about 8 weeks ago. They're really slammed with orders right now, so it took a little longer than they expected. I had to work with their customer service team in order to finally get a few parts that I was still waiting for, but we're going to open it up. And this is not a paid review. This is simply me trying a new product. I really love the Gozney rock box that I used to own. I think it's really a great product to cook pizzas in, and I decided that I wanted to start making more pizzas, bigger pizzas. But if you plan on getting one of these, you're probably going to have to wait in line because there's a lot of orders. Thanks to the people at Gozney to try to put the extra steps on this to help me get that at the very end. They say that this is a two-person job, so I'm going to invite my buddy Josh in here to help me take off this top box. Josh, come on in. Oh, there it is. The packaging looks great. We've got the regular manuals. Let's see how well this is packed. Looks like we have the tubing for the propane. You can use this as a wood burning or a gas burning stove. Let's see if there's any more around the sides. Nope, it's just in there for good. And we've got the cover on there, but I'm hoping the cover will let us take this thing out. Again, I'm going to ask Josh to come on in here and help me lift this out. This is a two-person job. This thing is heavy. All right, grab those hooks for me. Let's pull it up and slide it over. All right, yeah, that's really heavy. You definitely want to have a two-person job in this one. Well, let's take the cover off and take a look. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. You can order these in different colors. There's a bone, which is like a white color, and this is more of like a black, like a flat black. I forget exactly which one it was, but I felt it went along better with what my patio looks like out here. But this is it. And let's see what else we got. Josh, come on in there. Let's turn it around. All right, thank you. So here we go. There's the front of the oven itself with the packages inside. So let's see what we've got. We've got the flue to the top that we're going to put on. And I think they have an extra one that you can do if you're looking for an extra long flue, but I just needed a standard size. And I think that's the part that connects the flue to the actual oven unit. Lots of room inside the oven. And the display, although these are just stickers, we'll take them off, but once we get this thing going, we'll see what it looks like real time. So we have the actual oven out. I think it's probably going to be pretty self-intuitive on how to put this together, which is simply attaching the flue to the oven. We got the optional stand. So if you had a place that you could put this, you had an outside countertop or something like that, you could use that. For me, I've shown you guys how I did my grill island demo and renovation, where I can wheel in all of the different things, my smoker, my grill, and now the new Gozney Gen 2 Dome pizza oven. So the next thing up is going to be trying to see if we can put this stand together and then lifting the oven onto the stand. The stand comes with wheels, so we can use that to roll around the patio as needed. And let's get the stand open and see what it's going to need to put that together. Okay, looks like the base. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Looks like the stoppers, the wheels, the nuts, the bolts that we're going to take to put this together. Casters, thank you. That's the screws and the hardware that we're going to take. Left and right shelves that are going to go on the side of the unit. This looks like the part we're going to actually put it on. So that part's going to go on this on the legs. So I have a feeling the legs are going to be the part that's at the very bottom. So part of this, and this is kind of an improvement. I never had the original dome, but I know that some people had a hard time putting the propane, if you were using propane, underneath the unit. So this one, there's enough room for a full-size propane tank to be underneath the Gozney oven so that you can actually use it that way. And this looks like the actual sides of the unit, the legs, and the hardware. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, we'll get this junk out of the way and start putting it together. So join us for the assembly next. Most of the hard work is done. I got to tell you, the stand took a little longer than I thought it would take to put together, but it looks absolutely great. We just got the pizza oven back on it, and then we're going to be putting the flue on next. I'm telling you guys, this is a solid build. This thing is really structurally ready to go. I can't wait to get a pizza going. We are going to put this on top. Go ahead and slide that push down.
Cleared it.
Flue was the easiest thing to install. No problem. Simply plug and play. We still have the pizza stone. It looks like they have some protective things to have stopped it from shifting or cracking during shipment. And then there's still the electronics we have to get going and hook it up to propane. And this will be a full build. We're just going to adjust the pizza stones right now. So we're going to take out these extra protectors from shipment. They're just like kind of like a rubber gasket basically to prevent it from shifting during transit. Real easy to pull out. Some in the back. They want you to align the pizza stone to make sure it looks lined up. And I think it looks pretty good. Everything looks even. They give you a tool where if you needed to, you could kind of use this to adjust it as needed by getting in and pushing it front, back, or side to side. And our next step is to put this over on the two sides. In fact, we might even have two of them. I'm not quite sure. We're just going to put it in. And this is basically allowing you to have an air filter to where the air can come in and give more or less air as the wood is burning if you're using wood burning. All right, the next part that we're putting in is kind of like a baffle. It looks like it protects the flame from getting too close to the pizza. And we're just going to put it right over where the burner is going to go. So this part is the main electronic component motherboard. And then right here, you're going to have the thing that's going to create the spark that's going to get the flame going. So we just have to take that out and put in the battery that's supplied by Gozney. So we need to make sure we get it the right way. So it looks like the right way is going to be with the positive sticking out. And we're going to slide that in and close it up. They have an original battery behind here that's rechargeable. You can see that it comes out. I don't know if this came charged or not, so I may have to plug that in and charge it in a little bit before we actually get this thing going. But we'll leave that there and finish putting everything together. Spoiler alert, it's not charged. So they give you the charging cable. We'll have to do that later off screen. I'll come back when that's done after, but we still have to actually hook this up to propane as well, of which that's the next step. Well, guess what? It looks like we made a little bit of a mistake. And when I say we, I mean I. Josh had nothing to do with it. I just totally forgot that there was another part that we could include. This is the shelf to be able to hold things, especially wood if you're using the wood-fired oven. So we're going to go ahead and install that real quick. Luckily, it won't screw up the rest of the build. We can still do this now after the fact. All right, 5-minute pit stop. It's back on. We're moving on. All that's left really, even though we're not going to fire it up today because it's going to require a little bit of a cure for the pizza stone, and we'll do that on the day when we do more of the review and we get some pizzas going. But we're going to use propane gas to hook this up. I know that you can use wood or propane gas. I just like the simplicity and convenience of gas. So they've given us the tubing that we need here, and you can come right around here and see that it's basically a quick connect. So we're just going to go ahead and quick connect it right into there and push it, and that's already secure. And then bring that down to our propane tank and hook it on up. The good news is, like I said, this is on rollers. So I've had it on lock just so as Josh and I are putting this together, it hasn't rolled away from us. But we'll go ahead and take that, move it to the back side. And you actually probably have enough room where you could put 2 propane canisters if you wanted to be able to have one spare just in case it went out in the middle of it, or if you were using it to store other parts. All we have left to do is to charge the battery and get the LED display going, but we'll do that when we fire up the oven for the first time and we actually cure the pizza stone and start making some pizzas. So that took us a little bit of time today, but we were keeping it casual while we were building it. So thanks, Josh, for all your help. I look forward to firing up my first pizza on the new Gozney Dome Gen 2. Until I see you next time, remember, keep it casual.